The few cannot control the many physically. Impossible. They want to do that by connecting the population to AI, so AI becomes the human mind, then they can do that. But up to that point, they can't. The only way the few can control the many, the vast many, is by controlling the perception of the many, which becomes the behavior of the many. And this is the stadium in which the whole damn conspiracy is played out. Human perception. You get human perception, you've got human behavior. What is collective human behavior? It's human society. Where does human perception come from? It comes from information received. So if you can control the information that people receive through censorship and through the education system, what laughably passes for it, and through all these sources of so-called information, you can impose that perception that suits you, which becomes the behavior, which becomes human society. So if we look at the what happened with so-called COVID, the perception was that there's a deadly virus and we're all in mortal danger. That perception led to people meekly going under house arrest without question. If you had a different perception, which is the one I had, then you thought, sod that, I'm not doing any of it. Because if you ask me to do moronic things and I do them, then I'm a frickin' moron, and I'm not. So I didn't social distance. I didn't not go out because I was told I couldn't. I didn't wear a face nappy. I'll die first. I never even had that stupid bloody thing on your bloody head with your temperature. I won't do it. I will not play a part in my own enslavement and my children's enslavement. I will not do it. So I had a different perception. So my behavior was completely different. Why my perception was different? This is the stadium in which it's been played out. So what's happened in the last 2 years is the perceptions of vast and increasing numbers of people have changed. They have started to see the world is not controlled by the forces they thought that they were, like governments and prime ministers and presidents. And they've started to see the techniques of manipulation. They've started to see where we're being taken. And the result is that ever larger numbers of people are behaving differently because they're perceiving differently. And this is making it far, far harder for authority to sell its agenda. Because if you look at what's happened, particularly in England, where this rollback suddenly happened out of nowhere, in terms of, you will have noticed this, in terms of great numbers of people, that the authorities have lost them. They're not frightened anymore.
Right.
Not only are they not frightened anymore, they have started to suss what's been going on. You've been lying to us to make us frightened, so we'll do what you want us to do. And what you want us to do is nothing to do with health. It's about imposing this ever-gathering imposition of tyranny. And when you lose people in terms of fear, it's very difficult too to get them back. And you know, it's great what's just been announced in England.